What is going on, everybody? So I'm going to be going over the Fibonacci extension levels. So previously we went over the Fibonacci retracement tool, and what the Fibonacci retracement tool was used for is to help us catch the pullback, right? It was to help us try and predict to see where the pullback would end and potentially reverse. Now the Fibonacci extension tool is going to try and help us catch the next point to where the market might extend to, hence the extension to it, right? Hence Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci extension, right? So we're gonna be using this tool to try and catch to see where the market may extend to next, right? So previously in the previous video, before we actually get into this, we're gonna go here and we're gonna write down the levels. So we're gonna have the 1.113. It's gonna be stop placement for counter trend traders. Whoa, had a brain fart there. Then we're going to be using the 1.272. That's going to be for weaker trend termination point. So the weaker trend would normally extend to. Then 1.1 or 1.414. That's going to be just another minor level. Then the 1.618. Yes. Memory is on point right now, so it's going to be the stronger termination level here. Okay, so these are the levels and the representations, and then my settings are here if you want to copy them. Again, if you use TradingView, you should know how to actually look for this tool. So right click settings, you want to copy my settings there. Pause the video. Right, so previously in the previous Fibonacci video, we had our point A and our point B, right? So essentially, we're going to be using the same points, the same exact points to actually place this tool, right? So point A to point B, and then back to point A. So we're going to be using the same exact Fibonacci retracement tools. Now, normally your 100% is going to be your target ones, right? The high for it to reach that high at least. So that could be target ones, right? Then we want to use this tool for confluence again, to find clues. What do we have at target one? We have this very strong level of resistance here, clearly, right? Now, potentially, what do we have at this level here? We have previous structure highs, right? But it's nothing like target one, right? Now, what do we have here at target twos, right? At the 141. It's a minor level, again, but we have way more confluence than we do with the the 127, my apologies. Right, again, we just want to use this tool for confluence, right? This is called Fibonacci confluence, right? And the 161, we have these major structure highs here, right? So we want to use this tool for Fibonacci confluence, and again, you can use this tool on any time frame to get targets, right? So if you're trying to get an extension level, right? So let's do a quick example here. I'm not supposed to really be putting the examples onto here, but it's all good. So we're going to go from our highest point being that bullish candle wick to our lowest point being that bearish candle wick. We hit the 38.20 and started rejecting. Now where could we see potential targets at, right? So we're going to use the same points, A, B, and then let's just do it like this, C, right? What did we hit? Well, we blew past target ones, right? We went all the way down to the 127 and even hit this minor level at the 141. Then hit all targets, right? We hit all targets pretty much, so we did kind of extend that, right? So essentially this would normally be the -27, and this would be the -6180 that we would normally have on a regular Fibonacci tool, except you can also put these same settings on the Fibonacci tool as well. You just have to input the same numbers into here and it'll be on your Fibonacci tool. But I just find it a lot more helpful for me. So let's say the market rejected the 38.20 here, right? I would use the same points, so then I don't need to focus on the pure Z level anymore. So lowest point to highest point, back to the highest point there. As you can see, it looks a lot cleaner because now we know what we're aiming for instead of having all these lines across the screen, right? So it's essentially the same thing. So came down, hit target ones immediately, and we hit target twos. Target threes were hit recently, and then target four would hit later on, right? So again, this is a new low down here. So then this would be the new high, and this would be the new low there. Okay, so then right here, let's see if we can extend this. So the market pulled back to around that 50%, guys. You see that what I'm talking about again? Then boom, boom, came back to that 78. We have that structure formation pattern here, which will be later on in the advanced, which will be, you can find this in the advanced course in the next couple of sections, right? And then we have this here. So then A, B, C, again, smash target 1s, target 2s, target 3s, target 4s, right? So we have Fibonacci confluence. What do we have at these levels again over here? We have these structure highs, right? We have on the 141, we have structure low. We have structure lows, my apologies, and the 1618. If we just quickly zoom out, we have the same kind of structure low areas here, right? The same areas. Right, so again, it's mainly just used for Fibonacci confluence and to try and get target points. Now, normally the 100% really isn't a target area. Normally I have that off. But if you're someone who's more conservative, then you could definitely use that as target 1s, right? Especially if it meets a risk-reward ratio of 1-to-1, right? If that's someone, if you're a little bit more conservative though, right? So in the next video, we'll go into actual application.